All right, in this section, let's talk about how to handle or really answer the behavioral or situational questions. Most of the behavioral and situational questions can be answered with a STAR or STAR method. I talked a little bit about the STAR method on the conflict question video, but I wanted to break it down a bit further on a separate video and look into the STAR method. STAR method can be crucial when you have to tell a story. There's a specific focus the interviewer is really looking for, and you don't want to ramble and not cover the most important component of it. So what does it stand for? STAR stands for situation, task, action, and the result. I like to use this when an interviewer asks me, describe a situation where. Or, for example, they could ask, can you tell us about a time where you had to demonstrate leadership skills or had a conflict with a team member and how you handled it? Or how do you handle, or tell us about a time when you handled multiple priorities? So let's really look a bit further into this. The situation is where this should be really brief, which company you were at and really who was involved in this situation. The task part is be specific on what the task on hand was. But again, you don't have to spend too much time here either. The action is the important aspect. This shows how you show up and handle certain behaviors and situation. And lastly is the result. Yes, the outcome matters, so you definitely want to talk about the result, but what the interviewer is actually looking for here is what you learned. What did you learn and how did you apply after your transformation? How did you apply in that situation? How can you apply it now? So usually behavioral and situational questions are tricky and hard. But recruiters and managers love asking these questions because it really helps them understand your thought process better on how you show up. I strongly recommend doing some preparation before the interview. There is really no way of knowing what exact behavioral questions there might be, but here is a way to maybe guess on some and prepare. The way I like to prepare is I like to look at the job description. The question they might ask will be related to what's on the job description. So hopefully you've saved it. If not, ask for the recruiter or find it online, whatever you have to do. And drill through the job description line by line and see what categories are listed. Does the job ask for teamwork? Maybe multiple priorities, multitasking, or maybe communication skills. Once you do that, find some stories from your experiences or even something related to your schoolwork if this is your first time going into the corporate world. We will provide you with a template where you start putting some bullet points together, really with the STAR method, and really think about some of those stories that you can really talk about, and more than anything really show how did you transform. You know, if you said, oh yeah, I had a conflicting coworker and here's the action I took, a lot of times people just stop at the action. The whole premise of the STAR method is, or really what they're looking for is, well, you took that action, but then what happened? Are you working together? Is he not in the team? What happened? So really focus a lot more in the result and your transformation. What did you get out of it? How are you going to apply? It's the main focus here. But the STAR method does help you really structure yourself and not ramble on one question for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. And it's like, oh man, like I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. You never want to be in that spot in an interview. Is you're just talking and you don't even know what you're saying anymore. So this definitely helps you put some structure into it so that you avoid that rambling.